Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. A lot of hyperbole has been injected into this debate, and Representative Cornish brought up the lit piece issue. Be careful if you're trying to use this as a lit piece issue against your opponent. With the support of the Minnesota County Attorneys Association, the support of the Minnesota Correctors Association, a compromise bill where people whose interest in public safety can undoubtedly be higher than ours as representatives that have to address policy on multiple levels, the public safety people have placed their imprimatur squarely on this. The lit piece that I'd be concerned about is the old lit piece that we've been seeing in recent years. I voted against this before I voted for it because this did sail through, as was stated already in this body. Members, what this bill is about, as was I think correctly stated about from Representative Dean, is our children. These are children we're talking about. These are children who have done some dumb things, and after the age of 21, want the opportunity to redeem themselves, as has been stated, to get a job like the rest of us, sometimes 10, 20, 30 years later. In this case, the bill is about a young woman named Keisha, a constituent of mine. It came to me 4 years ago, who was working as a home health care aide. She had been working as a home health care aide for 7 years. She originally grew up in Chicago from when she was born to age 7 and was here for the previous 10 years. She went through high school here, grew up with her family. In high school, she got in a fight with a boy, as happens to some young people when they do stupid things. It was in her house. She was backed up in this fight. It was kind of a scratching, hair-pulling thing. And she was next to the knife drawer, and she pulled out a knife and waved it at her friend. She was charged with a felony. After 2005, she could no longer work as a home health care aide. Now, the judge, the prosecutor, everyone involved in the case saw this as a very mitigating circumstance. She had no other situation, no other black mark on her record. But after 2005, she had to move back to Chicago. She could no longer be here with her family because she couldn't get a job here in what she did in order to support her family. And that's the only job in which she could make enough money to support her family. This would give her an opportunity to go back to the commissioner and say, the judge thought this was okay, the prosecutor thought this was okay, everyone involved thought this was okay. Can I still work in my job that I had been doing and have a successful record at? This bill would say, yes, you can do that now. You can have your job and be a productive member of society. The Minnesota County Attorneys Association thinks that's a reasonable provision. So does the Minnesota Corrections Association. And members, if we stay consistent with that, and I'll vote 89 votes for it, I hope we can pass this and give another opportunity for our children who did something stupid once, but can move on, learn from that, and be good Minnesotans. I ask for a green vote.